So let's get back to it. Matthew chapter 14. In my King James Version Study Bible, it gives a little more information on Herodias. Herodias, who lived in Tiberias, the capital city built by her husband on the southwest shore of the Sea of Galilee, was a woman out of control. Crafty, ambitious, greedy, and politically astute. Herodias would stop at nothing to attain what she wanted. Wow. Herodias and her first husband, her uncle Philip. Am I reading that right? Herodias and her first husband, her uncle Philip, had a daughter named Salome or Salome. When Herod Antipas, the brother of Philip and the stepbrother of Herodias' father, Aristobulus, visited Philip, he and Herodias were immediately attracted to one another. Herod Antipas was a far more powerful man than Philip. Herodias saw her chance for more power, a better position, and an increase in wealth. She insisted Herod divorce his wife. She divorced her husband, and they married. This incestuous marriage was very offensive to the Jews. Herodias definitely brought out the worst in Herod, as is apparent in the account of the beheading of the fearless preacher John the Baptist, the one who dared to stand up and reprove this unscrupulous couple. Herodias hated John the Baptist because he did not hesitate publicly to call her alliance with Herod sin. Boy, nothing new under the sun, guys. She wanted to sentence John to death. Mark chapter 6:19, but Herod was awed and fascinated by John. He liked to hear him speak, even though John confronted him with the truth, and he feared the reaction of the people if this popular preacher were harmed. Herodias' resentment and anger festered like a sore. Her opportunity for revenge finally came on Herod's birthday. Wow. The military and political leaders came to help him celebrate at a great feast in his palace at Machaerus. Herodias' sensuous teenage daughter, Salome, danced so alluringly that Herod loudly offered the girl anything she wanted, up to half his kingdom. Her mother was ready with what she wanted, and it was not half a kingdom. Isn't that something? Herodias knew that her husband was an unprincipled, cruel man. He was also boisterous and proud. And the embarrassment of backing down on his offender to Salome in front of all these people would be a humiliation he could not tolerate, even at the expense of an innocent man's life. Sometimes a woman's manipulation can outdo all the political maneuvers and power available to men. Obviously, Herodias had entangled her daughter Salome in her obsession, since the daughter added to her mother's request. Not only did Salome ask for John's head, but she also demanded it straightway and in a charger in a charger. Obsessions of hate not only take over a person's life, but usually infect others as well. By example, influence and manipulation. Herodias led her young daughter into sin as an accomplice in the murder of a godly preacher. Her husband and daughter were merely tools in the hand of Herodias, who had planned and orchestrated the tragic crime. And then it has some notes. Mark chapter 6, verse 14 through 29. Luke chapter 3, 19 through 20. Notes on dancing. Exodus 15. Family, 1 Samuel 3. And motherhood, Ezekiel 16. Next, we'll go into the chapter.